So now it gets really good. I already covered how White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders, when asked about the White House's position on the fairness and freeness of the recent re-election of Russian President Vladimir Putin, she didn't answer. She answered questions that were not asked of her. So now let's pull Donald Trump in himself to further our analysis, which really exposes once again just how disconnected the White House is from any just sensible and obvious criticisms of what it is that took place in Russia during the recent election. The White House announced that Donald Trump was not going to be congratulating Vladimir Putin on his election win. And the reason given was, listen, we've had these recent nerve agent attacks. There have been election irregularities. Donald Trump has no plan whatsoever to congratulate Vladimir Putin on his election win. Okay, that actually seems like a reasonable position. That seems good. Trump then gets on the phone with Vladimir Putin and immediately congratulates him for his election win and publicly admits that he congratulated Vladimir Putin for that election win. And we have learned that the White House not only put out a statement saying Trump won't be congratulating Vladimir Putin, but we've since learned that White House advisors, including reportedly H.R. McMaster, specifically warned Trump, do not congratulate Putin on his election win. And in fact, we don't know if Trump read it because he doesn't really read the presidential daily briefings. He's receiving them orally and probably watching Fox News on a TV in the background as well. But in a written document, in all capital letters, Donald Trump was told, do not congratulate Russian President Vladimir Putin for his election win when you were on the phone. Got it. And then we hear the following from President Donald Trump yesterday.
I had a call with President Putin and congratulated him on the victory, his electoral victory. The call had to do also with the fact that we will probably get together in the not too distant future
for tea,
so that we can discuss arms. We can discuss the arms race. As you know, he made a statement that being in an arms race is not a great thing. That was right after the election, one of the first statements he made.
This is the best. First thing, I called him and congratulated him on his election win. Was I not supposed to do that? Because it's only that the White House publicly said I wasn't going to, and I was given a big capitalized piece of paper that said, do not congratulate him. Listen, Trump would have had 77% of the vote like Vlad if it weren't for those millions of people voting illegally. Maybe he sympathizes in some way with the situation that Vladimir Putin finds himself in. And of course, the White House initially saying, well, listen, we've had these nerve agent attacks, the election irregularities, so Trump's not going to congratulate him as a consequence of those things. And then not even mentioned during the call with Putin by Trump, the nerve agent attacks, nor the election irregularities. And I want to, just to put the cherry on top here, we only learned about this initially because the Kremlin said Trump congratulated Putin during the call. The White House didn't say it. Once the Kremlin announced that Trump had called, I guess Trump went out there and didn't try to deny it and said, yeah, I did congratulate the guy. But it's abundantly clear that aside from Trump's bumbling, the White House had no intention whatsoever of admitting that what it announced ended up being the exact opposite of what happened here. But okay, let's at least check whether Trump is consistent, right? Trump congratulated Vladimir Putin, but Trump has never refused to congratulate or speak to world leaders on the basis that their elections were shams, right? Oh, wait, no. That's exactly what Donald Trump did back in August of 2017, when Donald Trump refused to speak with Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, stating that Maduro has ignored Trump's calls to hold free and fair elections, among other requests. At the time, Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said, quote, "The United States stands with the people of Venezuela in the face of their continued oppression by the Maduro regime. President Trump will gladly speak with the leader of Venezuela as soon as democracy is restored in that country." Does it get any more absurd than this? Why even bother lying about it? Why even try when you know that Trump is going to run his mouth or you're going to have a leak? I do not understand the impetus, the desire to lie about even the absurd details, and in this case, blowing up completely in Donald Trump's face. And many discussions about this happening on the David Pakman Show subreddit at davidpakman.com/reddit. Today's episode of the program is made possible in part by Brilliant, which is really a fantastic and unique online service that has sort of reinvented the way people learn math and science. If you watch the show, you're already probably generally curious about how the world works and you like to learn new things. Maybe you have a sort of casual interest in physics or solar energy or AI, philosophy, computer science, but you're ready to take it to the next level. And whether you already have a grasp on these subjects or you want to engage and acquaint yourself with these topics for the first time, Brilliant is the place to go. You can actually learn hands-on by solving problems and puzzles that were designed by expert educators and professionals. And you can start right now. Sign up for free at brilliant.org/davidpakman. The first 200 people who visit brilliant.org/davidpakman will get 20% off an annual premium membership. That is brilliant.org/davidpakman.